same through. Just find the difference. This is bare board before mounting the components, and this is after mounting the components. Why we call it as a surface mount is on top of the board you can see the components. The size of the components are going to be very small. So it is very small. Even the resistor or a transistor, if you take, it's going to be in the form of a dot. So like that, very small, miniaturized. And this would be the reason why our mobile phones, motherboard, and also the PC motherboards, how it got shrinked. Very small, compact. Is it right? While your mobile phone size and all, if you take, it's very large, weight. PC board, laptop, everywhere the motherboard size became very compact. The reason is, if we are designing with SMT, it can be made very small. Because all the components are going to be in the form of a reed. So, what we call it is a reed. Just a small dot. In the form of a sheet. So, if we show the components when we go for the demo. So, the component size is drastically reduced. Maybe from 100 to 10 it came. So, like 1/10 also we got. So, very small. Then what would be the drawback? What would be the drawback? We are minimizing the size. Then what would be the drawback? Manual, it is not at all possible. Only automation by means of machinery you need to make. You need to do some machine programming. So for that we have the SMT machine, surface mount technology. With the SMT machine we can't touch the components. Only by means of picking, placing the components that can be done. So it is costly also. Component is it is a very high cost. It's not affordable also. Even if you purchase one transistor in that particular part, it will be around thousands, 4,000, 5,000 for one transistor. So it is very costly. That would be the drawback. And also, nowadays electronic manufacturing system, if you take, it becomes a use and throw product. Is it right? Why it is use and throw? You might have come across a lot of appliances. If you just take it for repairing, what they tell you? It cannot be repaired. Instead you can buy the cost of that component. If you replace also, it is too costly. Instead you can buy. This is a common term you might have come across. That becomes, just to use it, you can't get that. So it becomes only with respect to the size as well as the cost. So repairable is it's very less. Cost also it is very high, but size drastically got reduced. So nowadays everyone need very small devices, smartwatches. So you can see the motherboard of a smartwatch. If you come across, please open it, try to see what is there inside. So very dot components. So the component size are very small. Now we come to this new technology. It is doing the revolution now in all the electronic manufacturing sector. So where we have this planar mounting, where all the electrical components, why we call it as electrical component? Because signal input output connectivity is going to be established on surface of the board. You can see the board now. On surface of the board you can see, and by means of some compression technique where it is going to be attached. Instead of soldering, there we take in a conventional method, you take a solder rod and just do the soldering. The solder paste is going to come towards, it's going to spread over. So where it creates a very dirty look into your board, and also it affects the performance. It goes and touches the other component also like that. But here there is no wiring. You can't see any solder paste. Everything is tight and compact. Everything is fitted. So by means of a compression, it is done. So for this, we need a stencil printing followed by SMT machine followed by a compressor. These three components are very essential. It is in the form of a machinery which is available. So nowadays, all your mobile phone manufacturers, if you take Nokia, Samsung, so all they go with this type of designs only. They have their own designs. They have a copyright for it. So they make their designs, and everything is made by means of a surface mount device. We call it as SMD. So there, in your simulation, you might have randomly picked the components, right? Resistor, inductor, capacitor, some random components from your library where the values are not you will check. But when you choose surface mount devices, please go and explore when you work there. Surface mount devices only, you can go with this particular surface mount technology. Choosing the components at the beginning stage, at the initial stage. So there itself it differs whether you choose a through hole or you go with the surface mount. So here we can bring thousands and thousands of components onto a single board, and bulk manufacturing is possible, like thousands and thousands